everyone, so yet again I have a video I don't want to make and I feel this is getting a bit repetitive now. So basically just a few weeks ago maybe now, we lost Chestnut, our gerbil. I've still got 2 gerbils, but you know, it was hard. We've had a problem with Miffy and her eye. I thought she was going to have it removed or something because anyway, it's got better. What I'm trying to say, lately there's been a lot of issues relating to the animal's health. It seems to work out like this. I'll have months and months where there'll be no problem, and then all of a sudden everything at once. So yeah, it's really, yeah, I don't think I can say that word, but it sucks basically. And referring to the other video, it is the reality when you have a lot of animals. I'm kind of having to learn to deal with it, because if I get really upset over it, then I won't want to any more pets, if that makes sense, because it is like, it's really hard to put into words, but if I get too upset over these things, then it kind of means that there is more negative sides to owning the pets than more positives, and I don't want it to be like that. Obviously I love owning animals, it's what I live for, but it is very hard when, you know, you're so passionate about them and you care about them so much, when to see them suffer. And yeah, so I think I'm kind of learning now to sort of just accept the fact that it happens, and it's natural, I suppose. It's just life. And yeah, it is, especially when it all happens at once, it is really hard to deal with. You guys probably like a bit confused why I'm saying this. So okay, go back to a few days ago. I noticed I was just going to the guinea pigs to feed them, and I noticed Ruby didn't come out for any food. She wasn't interested, she wouldn't leave the hutch. She was a bit immobile, she couldn't really walk very well because she has some sort of balance problem. So every few steps she walked, she would have to lie down. It was really weird, but up until this point she was absolutely fine. I hadn't noticed anything different about her. So I saw her like this, and I got her out, fed her some pea flakes. So she was eating hay and everything, and she was in the hutch, but she wasn't coming out for veg. So I gave her like a handful of pea flakes, and she took them really well. Then the next day, you know, I went to see her again and realised there was no improvement. In fact, she seemed a lot worse. She would not even leave the hutch. She would definitely not go out of the hutch. I didn't understand what was wrong with her, so I decided to move it into the outdoor room, and I heated the outdoor room just a little bit to take the edge off the cold, because I thought maybe she's just got really cold. The cold does affect guinea pigs worse than other animals like rabbits. They're quite more hardy, I suppose. Guinea pigs don't cope well with the cold, especially if they're ill already. So I brought her into there. I checked her over. I kind of put it down to like cystitis or something, because she got really bad cystitis. And she had recurrent problems with her bladder, recurrent UTIs and stuff, and we've had ongoing problems. So I thought it was that. She was in a bit of discomfort. It felt like her bladder walls were a bit inflamed, but then I think this had nothing to do with what's been going on. So yeah, I then decided to move it into the house because I didn't want her to go back out into the cold. So I brought her in the house. I kept it in a washing basket thing, and just to keep an eye on her. And I was going to put her with these 2, but I wanted them to meet in some sort of way before actually putting them together. She was still lying down, she couldn't really stand up, and I didn't understand why. Yeah, I kind of thought she'll get better with it being warmer. It turns out she didn't. She kept lying down, and then it eventually got to the point where, well, they seemed to be getting on, because I let them meet on my bedroom floor for a while, and they were getting along fine and everything, and all was good. But I put her back in the basket, you know, just so it wasn't too overwhelming and too much stress in one day. So I then did that, and then noticed that she was having seizures. It started off not so bad. She was constantly like biting. I couldn't explain it, but it's like something was going on inside her brain telling her to do things like repetitively. So she was like repetitively washing herself, repetitively chewing, repetitively sneezing. It was so strange. And then she was having these seizures and fits where basically she was lying on the side, she couldn't stand up, she was having fits over and over again. This actually continued throughout the night. She was having seizures all night. It's awful. We were going to go to the vets actually. We were considering getting her put to sleep, which is obviously a big decision for any pet owner. Having your animals put to sleep is quite a big deal, and I thought there is a slight chance she might be better in the morning, you just don't know. This morning she seemed a little bit better, maybe. She wasn't having, whenever I was holding her she was fine. When I put her back in the basket she was having the seizures, so I just kept hold of her. I was syringe feeding her water and food. And she seemed to perk up a bit. She seemed very weak in the morning, like the first thing. Her eyes were like shutting almost, and then I gave her the food and water and she perked up a bit. Her eyes looked a lot brighter. Then she had another really big seizure. I rang my mum because she's at work, but I thought I was suspicious of mites because mites can cause seizures if they're really, really bad. So we called up the vets and they didn't have any injections of what we needed. I actually had the spot on version of that, so I just gave her it like that. Then she had like, you know, another really, really big seizure. So I gave her the spot on treatment for the chance that it could be mites, because mites can be very, very uncomfortable for guinea pigs and can cause seizures. So yeah, just as I was giving her that, she just passed away. I still don't really know. I still haven't come to the bottom of it. I still don't know if it's mites, and it was a big shock. I'm really upset to lose Ruby because she is like obviously the first guinea pig I got, so you have that special bond with them. I just think it's awful, like how it happened so quick. Like she went from being fine a few days ago to then all of this happening, and it's a horrible, horrible thing. And I don't know what to say. I don't know why it's happened, but I've wanted to share it with you guys. I don't really know what to do about this whole situation, because I feel like lately there's been a lot of mention of sick animals and animals passing away, and I don't want my channel to be negative. Like, I don't want it to focus on them things, but I have to share it with you because I don't want to just keep it hidden, pretend it didn't happen, because it did. Anyway, if you've watched this whole video, thanks for, you know, watching it all the way through. I am like devastated to lose Ruby because she was such a sweet guinea pig and it just doesn't feel right without her. So yeah, I have been really upset over that, and I don't know what else to say. Maybe you guys have had the same experience. Maybe you guys will know what it could have been. Like I say, we were going to take her to the vets. We rang up and they only had the same stuff what I had at home. So, and we couldn't get there in time anyway. So it's awful and I feel so bad. I don't know how this happened, and I still don't know why it happened, why she had all those seizures, if there was a tumour on her brain or something.